Guys, welcome back to another video. It has been a while, hasn't it? Well, it's felt like an eternity for me. I haven't been behind the camera or in front of the camera, I mean, for a little bit. But today I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Polar deck that I've been skating for, which when I sort of looked at it, really blew my mind how long I actually skated this deck for. It was like 9 going on 10 weeks, which is the double the amount of time that I normally skate a deck for, but that's due to me just personally being lazy, and yeah, I think that's all I can put it down to. And what's even more sort of amazing about skating this deck for that amount of time is like the last 2 weeks it has actually had a crack straight down the guts of it, like in the middle, but it hasn't fully cracked through, so it does have quite a bit of flex. But every time I skate this, I expect it to be the last, because I keep thinking it's going to snap. But give credit where it's due, it has held up quite well, and especially over the duration of like the skate life. And we'll get into the video and talk about the deck itself. I was skating an 8.25 Nick Boserio, I think it is, which has a length of 31.875 and a wheelbase of 14.125. These measurements look perfect on paper, especially with the trucks that I've been rocking of late, which were the Ventures. Keep in mind, when buying Polar decks, there is a lot of like shapes and sizes, lengths, and all that type of, like even the wheelbase changes on a lot of 8.25s. So just keep an eye on that. This shape that I got was like the Nick Boserio Pro model, Australian skater. It's quite full, this shape, quite fuller than like a lot of other Polars. Like I mentioned, keep an eye on the shape there. Even like I think some of his ones changed, and like as I said, a lot of 8.25s will have different shapes from Polar. But I hit one that had like a pretty full nose with a quite little bit of a taper, not too much, quite nice to look at, and the tail was quite similar as well. So it's like, I reckon it was a happy medium between a standard popsicle and like a full shape of like a Quasi or an FA. Overall, I really did enjoy this, like the shape of the deck. The kicks though, the kicks can get like, you can take a little bit of getting used to the kicks. Like they are a bit longer, but they are like on the medium, at least a true medium, maybe a medium to a high, like a higher pitched kick. So depends what trucks you ride, and so it depends how you skate. It could get a little bit, it could take you a little bit getting used to. Personally, if I still had Thunders, I reckon the Thunders would have been like that perfect like medium ground of like just the perfect truck for this deck, because of the 14.125. I reckon if you put Indies on it, it'll be too short and you'll feel cramped, especially if you're like about 6 foot tall. But like that 14.125 with the Thunders brings it out that little bit. I reckon that would have been the Ventures, it was manageable, but towards the end when I sort of got more razor tail, I was experiencing a lot more ghost pop, and I was missing a lot more of my tricks. And the sun has decided to come out and sort of ruin the lighting for me, and I dislike filming in sun, but we're going to plow on through. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is sort of like the durability of the deck. And over the whole lifetime of the deck, it's really treated me quite well. I only got a chip in it like the last couple of weeks in the front. I slam it about like I normally do, slam it into like the gutter, the ledges and the gutters and all that type of jazz that I skate. And surprisingly, like the last 2 to 3 weeks that I've actually skated, it has had a crack down in the middle of it. It's only been a small one, but it's like, it's withstanded like that. I've been trying to do like front boards on like double edged gutters and stuff like that, and it hasn't snapped, especially with the crack in it. So that is a positive there. From memory, the Polar is BBS wood, and they do make really hard wood there, like a hard deck, so that is good from the wood shop BBS. Overall, Polar decks are really solid decks. It's treated me well, and I enjoy the durability of this deck. It did end up razor tailing quite a bit over time, but that's just because I skated it like just so long, so that's just like, that was bound to happen. But I felt like it did take a little bit of time to get to that point. Now, to answer the question of all questions, I don't know, but would I recommend this deck for you to buy or to ride? And I personally would say yes. This deck's treated me really well over 9 to 10 weeks. That's probably double the length of any deck that I normally ride. It's a really nice shape. It is a solid pop. It was stayed consistent throughout. Though the last 2 weeks was probably a little bit tougher for me personally, because As razor tail kicked in, I got a bit of ghost popping and stuff like that. That shorter wheelbase was quite nice. That 14.125 was like that perfect medium for ventures. I reckon if it was like 14 would be good. The shape in the wheelbase sort of reminded me of like the girl, like the GO52 shape. I definitely pick up a Polar again, especially in this shape and size. That 14.125 wheelbase was really nice. I reckon it would go really well on Thunders. Just the shape, the durability, everything sort of ticks a box. Maybe, yeah, just change it out. The trucks will be, could find that Goldilocks deck. But let me know in the comments, have you ridden a Polar? Your feedback and thoughts on them. While you're there, make sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're not already. Hopefully I can get some more videos out. Hopefully this one went alright. Hopefully you can understand what I was sort of talking about in this. Bit rusty, so you just had to bear with me and like sort of grind through it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'm going to get out there and I'm just setting up a new deck now, so we'll get a new deck, maybe get some footage, get some new videos cranking, and until the next video, have a good one, keep killing it, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.